What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hammer. Welcome to Hammer on Tuesdays. Alright, as you can see, I'm at my place of relaxation. Yeah, your boy's on vacation, man. You know, you gotta take a break sometime. But I'm still dropping the videos. I got plenty more videos to drop for you. But the video that you're about to see is part 3 of Brett and I leaving Coleman PowerSports event. One hosted by no other than 650E. We had to ride home in the rain. We decided to stay at the event on that Friday the entire time. Shout out to Coleman PowerSports though. They actually let the guys put their bikes on the inside and catch Uber home. I'm like, Uber? Man, y'all supposed to be street soldiers. But anyway, Brett and I, yeah, we braved the elements and we rode the motorcycle home. It was raining, it was wet, it was dark, it was a bunch of cages around. So the video's about 30 plus minutes, under 40 minutes, but it actually took us an hour to actually get to where we were going. So sit back, enjoy this video, because you're not gonna see this too often, because your boy ain't gonna be out in the rain like that. So, hey, enjoy the video.
You give up Marlboro. I think I might do that. Y'all sure y'all don't want to leave out on here? Y'all got these rain bikes anyway.
I'm used to ride in the rain.
These
Yeah,
torn
it
bikes.
ain't no big deal to me. I could be alright. But thanks.
Yeah, I'm they say something to me, then I'll bring it back.
Not happy. It's not happy. Oh, wow. Carbureted. Damn. Direction. bad as it was. And got the windshield wipers on, I think.
So as you can see, my mic for some reason wasn't working that well. It was the Bluetooth mic. And you all know I've been fighting with the mic thing for a minute now. But it was raining, and with the DJI Action 5, when you put in the adapter, you lose your waterproof. So I had to use what I had, which is the Bluetooth. But as you can see,
Sometimes you gotta ride in the rain, you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, I'm trying to talk because I'm thinking my mic's working. um, but yeah, hang with Fastlane B and 650E and even the workers at Coleman PowerSports. Everyone was really great, trying to help out. Like, man, y'all sure y'all want to ride? And the lines on the road were extremely slippery. You already know if you're a motorcyclist, even when you ride during the daytime, the lines are slippery. So Brett and I just taking it easy right here. First time we had ridden together in the rain, so he didn't really know how I rode in the rain. You know, I pretty much ride almost normal. I take it easy around curves, but I pretty much just go. But with the road spray, it just made the conditions really tough. But as you'll see, we're braving this storm. So the one thing about this ride, like right here, is not too bad because it's not any. There are no cages around, so it's like okay, no road spray. We good right here. And I think I don't know what I was thinking about. But I was like, okay, maybe it's not gonna be that much traffic. And we decided to go back towards down 66 to 495, and we we're gonna go Silver Spring direction, back to Laurel. And it just happened to be a whole lot more traffic than at least what I anticipated. I was thinking it was gonna look like this, you know, people off the roads. You don't have to worry about, you know, a lot of road spray, and we made it get through it. Now we know that they're doing construction on some of these roads that we're about to ride on, but you're thinking there's no traffic. So if there's no traffic, you pretty much can get through it. Knowing what I know now, I would have said, let's go another direction. And the one thing that you really can't tell by the camera is that it was extremely hard to see out the visor. If I would have been in front of Brett, maybe he'd have been catching my road spray. You know, road spray is just dirty. It's mixed with dirt, oil, and here, of course, here comes a car. And cars get really brave when you ride a motorcycle. If you're cruising in the rain, oh, they just come past you, and it's like, oh, there's a motorcyclist. Let's spray him with water. So, but it was still a really fun ride, though, to be honest with you. I don't know if any of you have seen Biker Boys, where the character, the King of Cali, is actually riding in the rain to better his skills during the daytime. So, riding in weather like this would definitely make you a better rider during the day. So that's a positive right there. But would I recommend this for everybody? No. And if you have new tires, no. You know, but you do have to have some nice grip on your tires. So I'm really not going to try to talk this entire video. I just really want y'all just, hey, enjoy this ride back to Laurel. And it wasn't that far, but because of the weather, it was in an hour, 15 minutes, and we got there probably, I got home within like 57 minutes. So, hey, just enjoy. Right here's where it got really, really iffy. 18-wheelers and all these cars, oh my gosh, I was like, and construction. So we couldn't really see the road, but by us riding this road all the time, we know that the road is very uneven, has a lot of grooves, even has some potholes, lane shifts as well. You really don't have a shoulder, and then water was building up on the shoulder, so in a couple of times you'll see me ride directly behind Brett because there was water puddles, and then the cars, they didn't care. They were like, oh yeah, motorcyclists, y'all get out the way finally. And you know, 18-wheelers can't see you, so it's like Brett was like, nah, he rides this road all the time. He's like, let's get in the slowest lane and we can pretty much go. And I was like, wow, everybody's in the fast lanes creeping, but the slow lane, it was actually open. I was like, what in the world? He's like, I don't know why people do it that way. So that's why you see us in the far right-hand lane. It's like, we could just go. And it was like no cars in that lane. I was shocked. But anyway, enjoy. So right here is very interesting because you'll see me turning my head to the right and to the left. And basically what I'm trying to do is let some of the water blow off my windshield because you really couldn't see. So a couple of times I would crack the helmet, or I would use my windshield wipers, which is my pinky, you know, and try to clear the visor. But it was raining so much, it was so much water spray that it was like, I don't care how much I wiped, it just wasn't going anywhere. So this brings me to another thing that you should do with your motorcycle helmets. Clean the outside of the visor with some Rain-X, and that way it'll hit and run off. And I have no idea why I haven't done that, but I don't plan to ride in the rain like that. But if you get caught in the rain and you do ride in the rain, use Rain-X on the outside of your windshield. Now the good thing is I didn't have to worry about my helmet fogging up because I have a pin lock. You got to get a helmet with a pin lock. So the two things I preach about motorcycle helmets are transition shields and pin locks. Man, let me tell you, you carry one shield, it's dark during the day. At nighttime, it's light, you can see right through, it's clear, and then it never like fogs up on the inside. I didn't have to worry about that at all. I didn't even think about it fogging up on the inside. Even when I crack my helmet, it doesn't matter. That pin lock works. I was just turning my head from left to right, trying to get some water off my windshield. But looking back on it now, we're both safe. It was actually a pretty cool ride. You know, it was actually a pretty cool ride.
And actually, it's not really raining.
So right here, Brett, it was right before Brett actually turned off because he was going to a different location. But I actually started hitting out. I realized Brett doesn't know how to ride in the rain. I was like, let me just go. And he'll pick up like, oh, he's cool. So Brett is calling me right now. And I'm trying to talk to him. Of course, I couldn't hear him because y'all can hear all the wind noise, you know, along with the wind and the rain and the sound of the bike and road spray and all that. I couldn't hear nothing. But he had kind of pulled up beside me and was like, he was turning it off. So I was like, yo, everything all right? And then he was like, yeah, I'm getting off. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, be safe. And then I went on and said, okay, well, it's time to go. He's turning off. He's good. I didn't know if something was wrong. So I had slowed up and I was trying to look back like, where is he? Okay, he's right there. So yeah. So for those guys who didn't ride with us, you know, they called me the weatherman, but hey, I can ride in the rain. I just choose not to. And there's a high percentage I tend don't even want to deal with it. But I can tell you about Brett, Street Soldier Brett, SSB. That's gonna be your new name, my brother. Street Soldier Brett. Yeah, he was holding it down. And he did get a brother over halfway home, so I was thankful about that. But we both ride safely, so everything was cool. Yeah, man. So your boy was like, man, it's time to get to the crib. Let's stop playing with this thing. Let's hit it a little bit. Let's go. Because when you're experienced rider, you already know that once it's been raining, like it's been raining, all the oil is gone. It's pretty much the majority of it is rinsed off. So it's like, man, you gonna creep in this rain and keep getting rained on? Like, no, let's go. Shoot. What you waiting for? And I was like, all right, let's pick it up. But of course, when you do that, now you get close to the cars and there's more road spray. And yes, I did have on my bright lights, so I wanted cars to see me or get out of my way. Like, bright lights, move out the way. For the most part, some of them kind of got out the way, but some of them just like, whatever. Cars killed me when they had that attitude, like, I'm not moving. You know, but it helped when they did move out the way, especially when it's raining. And when it's dry, yeah, I go around. But when it's raining, I really didn't want to cross those dotted lines. But hey, you know, when you're in it, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, and when it's time to get over, you know what? Just get over. Just go. You know, you just riding. But it's again, it's just water, so no big deal. I was actually kind of complaining, like, these cars, y'all out here like you all are riding a motorcycle in the rain. I mean, they are creeping. I'm just like, get out the way already. So part of me was like, yeah, get out the way. Let me go, you know. But at the same time, it was a lot of rain. It was really a lot of rain, a lot of water. So, hey, I'm just trying to get out, trying to get to the crib. Couldn't really see to get over, so a couple times I had to double take just to look to get over. But yeah, right here I got closer to the truck because the car in the lane was creeping. I didn't want to get beside the truck, but I was like, I got to get away from all this. And for those of you that drive cars, we call them cages, nickname for car. And it's like, we want to get away from you so we can just go and get out your way, and then you can drive how you want to drive. You know, we only have protection with the gear that we wear. Of course, our wheels and chains, all that stuff is vital. The good thing about chains in the rain, motorcyclists know this, but that stuff just doesn't rinse off like that. That's why it pays to get some good oil on your chain or some good wax where water won't just take it off. So I think my chain is still sticky. It's dirty, but it's sticky. So of course the next time before I ride my bike, the next time I have to put some soap and water on that bad boy for a little pressure washing. And the one thing that I didn't mention is that one thing about all the guys when we ride, we do check in with each other and see who got home, who didn't get home. Like we lay each other out. Like don't just go home and go to sleep. Text that I got home. Text that you're safe, so that we know that you're safe. And my boy Eric, Mike Tyson, he hit me up like, "Y'all make it home?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm home." He's like, "Yeah, because we riding in this Escalade to the crib." I'm like, "Y'all sorry, jokers." So that was funny. We cracked up about that. We still laugh about that today. You know, all the guys. DMV Devon didn't want to put that bike in the M1000RR in the rain. Like, come on. And he's ridden in the rain before, by the way, with a passenger on the back. So he does ride in the rain. They all ride in the rain. But that night, I can't really blame them because they stayed a whole lot further than where I stayed. Well, actually, not Devon, but Mike Tyson and D, both of them stay a long ways. They ride a long ways just to ride with us. So I understood them taking, the Uber and that type of thing, to be safe. At least they were able to ride the next day. I was like, dang, I should have ridden my bike back, but I didn't. So, but anyway, and you'll see that in that next video. But yeah, everybody checked on each other, make sure everybody was home safe, and only one of the guys named G caught a flat tire on 495 earlier on, and luckily he was under an underpass, but he said he still got wet because of car spray, and he called a friend of his to actually come and get him and the bike because he caught a flat, and we couldn't even get to him because it was raining so hard. It was hard for us to get to where he was, but he made it home safe as well. So shout out G. So right here, man, your boy was excited. Why? Because now I'm seeing X's for Laurel. I'm like, yes. And to be honest with you, it wasn't raining that bad in Laurel. And guys call Laurel Kansas because they'll walk outside. They said, man, y'all ready to ride? I'm like, ride? It's thunderstorming over here. They're like, man, we ain't seen a drop of rain. And I tend to get the Baltimore weather or the weather going north. So it come over the mountains and going north because the weather and the wind blows northeast. So I get all the weather all the time. And I'm telling them like, man, it is thunderstorming. And I mean, it's coming. So I send them pictures and videos. They are like, what in the world? So they call Laura Kansas. But your boy was happy right here. He was hitting, I was hitting it pretty good. I was like, oh, it's just a little sprinkle. Oh, I was hitting. I can do this. And I'm like, yeah, we taking this exit right here. I was all excited. Because at this point, I know I'm almost home. Because even though I can ride in the rain, there was a lot of water. And this dude right here, I'm like, dude, you riding in the middle of the road. Get out the way. But even though I can ride in the rain, it still feels good when you get home and you're actually safe. It's like, whew, I'm glad I'm out of that. So I don't know how people ride cross country, just ride in the rain and just ride in the rain. And I'm like, oh, man. But again, if you're on a cruise, maybe it's a different feeling than a sport bike. But I'm not a fan of the rain. If I get caught in it, yeah, I can ride in it. But I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, your boy was happy right here. And I'm like, oh, this is just little sprinkles compared. I mean, it was raining, but by the time I got in the mid part of Laurel, it was hardly doing anything. The majority was road spray.
elbows like it's when you're in the rain. Why? Because you got grease in the middle of the road. That's why we stick to the left or right. And when it first started raining, there's oil and water in the system. Therefore, what do? We ride on left and right. But once it's been raining, it rinses off the oil and it still be safe to rain. And it's actually not raining too hard out here right now. Just a little drizzle. Just a little drizzle. I don't even think I'm that wet, to be honest. I don't think I'm really that wet, but at the same time, these lines are slippery. And I know I got a police flow, right? It's all good. I got my tag. white lines are slippery. I don't know if y'all saw my bike. Man, they are slippery. Slippery daytime. Ride them. Yellow lines, and up up the entire video. So I'm gonna probably end up putting this one up first, just because you know, just like